Hi, my name's Dee, your Professor of Woo Woo, and welcome to the general reading for October for Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Saturn, even, whatever area you're a chart. Basically, it's a general reading. General reading rules apply, roles can be reversed, timing's not absolute. You've heard all that before. But what I'd like you to do is ask a question prior to the reading. So pause if you need to and think about all the questions that are around you. Focus on one of them. But be aware that the cards won't necessarily always answer the one that you focus on, so be aware of the others that are floating around there, especially if you got the, do I want this one or do I want this one? You know, you might get a combination of both. Anyway, there's a past and a present on this spread. So if you have asked the question and the past and the present make sense, the reading is for you. If the past and the present don't make sense, don't try and make it fit. Go and watch your moon, go and watch your rising. And if you don't know what they are, as ever, there's a link in the description down below for a free birth chart. I think I've got Astrology down there. Now, I am using for this reading Spellcaster's Tarot and the Angel Tarot from Rockpool. It was originally the Angel Evoking Tarot from Bloodstone Studios, designed by Mr. Travis McHenry, who I interviewed on Thursday night, which was fantastic. The video's up already. Do go and have a look at that. And then finally, I am using cards from a 90s collectible card game called Heresy, which seem like they're designed for this sort of thing. But I always like to set myself a challenge, and I used to say in my courses that I ran that you can divine from cutout photographs of OK and Hello magazine if you have given yourself a symbolic alphabet to work with, a story that goes through it or something like that. So I like to set myself some challenges. So that's the one, and it's working out lovely. Now, anything else? Facebook page link down there. It's got its own inbox. Message me there if you want a personal reading. I will never message you for that. But it doesn't really matter because the scammers haven't noticed I exist yet. So let's bring the cards up because I think that's everything. Oh yeah, like, share, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. So we've got change going on for you, Libra, but it's a weird sense of change. It's time for you to take action, which you know, which you have been informed, you have been told. You know, it's if you look at this page of wands in how you are feeling, he's listening to the bird song and gaining information from it. And then we have three of wands, time to take action, with Sitael, the god of hope, so that again there's that action sense of I want this to work out, with word of the Irin. Now I know that as a protection symbol, but what it says on the bottom of the cards, and maybe not quite so positive. All of these game cards have got little quotes on them. So, well, most of them have little quotes on the bottom. So it says, when the stars align, the heavens will fall. Quote, Codex of the Word. Well, grimmer they fell, and it kind of sucks. Quote, an unhappy camper, Federal Corps. So but I've got that, both that sense of, it's setting something right. You are protected to set something right. This seems to be a theme, actually, that's going on. But you are certainly protected to take action, and you have been informed it is time. It changes everything, really. However, it's like a mission that has been delivered by the past, from memory, something that was set into motion a long time ago. And with this death card and returning to this past current, this past vein, I'm thinking that it's something that had been obscured and now has come back into relevance. It's now there in your face again. And if you are feeling, now, what Spirit is bringing in for you? Now, I could be impolite and say what Spirit is bringing in for you is sweet FA. Because, and that's not the case. Spirits are giving you the advantage of being able to stand on your own 2 feet. Because as I say, there is a lot of protection around you here, and you're well aware of this. But Nine of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, and the Grigori. Now, the Grigori are an order of angels known as the Watchers. I think Watcher in What If. He stands back, he watches, he does not intervene, apart from that atrocious episode 8. This, which I can see why it got people's backs up, but that's not tarot. But you have been given the foundation, the fortress, the Eden to grow in. And this Page of Pentacles is, as you know, my Page of Pentacles is my level up card. It's stage 1 complete, be a beginner on level 2. But it's here represented by Jezebel, representing loyalty and allegiance, friendship and reconciliation. So whatever this is, it could be like some family drama or something where 2 branches of the family haven't spoken to each other for 30 years and you're the peacemaker. It might not be as dramatic as that. But it may be similar in shape. Now, against you is arguments. Against you is the sense of having to balance. Yeah, it's definitely with that, with Yes'Alel representing loyalties and allegiance, friendship, reconciliation. Here, it's definitely you've got to please them and you've got to please them. And you can't always do the both because they hate them and they hate them. And therefore, how do you keep both of them happy? Because you've got nothing against any of them. You know, that's the sort of feeling that I'm getting here. But there's all this and it does not stop. You know, it's something that has been going on for years. So you are calling an end to it because it's time. It's almost like you are maybe revealing something. But it is a decision where Spirit have stepped back and said, your call. Now, your initiation, your level up, may be revealing whatever this is and let the chips fall where they may. Is it chips fall or cards fall? I think it's chips. Or it may well be knowing that information and just keeping quiet about it. But this has been coming for a while. I feel like you've had this burden for a while of do I, don't I, do I, don't I, do I say anything, don't I say anything. As soon as the point that you had the maturity to understand this information, or you reached a certain amount of maturity so you was given this information, and then it's your responsibility now. And I think to a point it seems so, your options of however it would play out seemed so very labyrinth. Now, I think there is something here that can be revealed to help ameliorate and transform this situation. I mean, look what we've got at the bottom, what you have to work with, the practical side of things. We start with Judgment, the card of transformation, a card of ascension in this particular deck. But coming after that Death card, that change card that's going on, you can't get advice from others because everyone's full of suggestions about what you should do, or what you should do with yourself, depending on how the politics of the situation is going. But none of them really make sense. You have, they're talking from one paradigm or the other, the them and the them, you know, and there's your way is a new thing. Now, if the act of revelation is something that is life-affirming, do it. If the act of keeping quiet is something that is life-affirming, do it. But the life-affirming bit is the really important bit with this Sundancer's card here. It's not something you can leave to somebody else to do. This Ereshkigal card is basically saying keep an eye on the people that you delegate stuff to. And I don't think you can delegate stuff. This is your decision. the book will stop with you. So say this is a family secret that's been passed down generations to generations. You either publicly reveal it or you keep stum about it and take it to the grave with you. But you don't pass it on to your kids. You know, like that whole the family secret gets passed down through generations once a child comes of age, blah, 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 blah. No, it dies with you or the whole world knows about it. That's what I'm really feeling here. I'd love to know what your question is. Comment down below if you have the freedom to do so, because, yeah, this could be some quite personal stuff. I mean, it could be legacy practices in a business, you know, so there's scales of reference here. It might not be earth-shattering. And the interesting thing is, I think that some of your revelation that you can deliver, part of it, I don't know why this is a good thing, but I think it is. Part of it, you may well be hidden. You know, the fact that this fact is revealed, it's not revealed that you are the one that revealed it. But it doesn't have to be like that. And that is only one step towards making the changes that you are aiming for. One step. So, excuse me, on this one, I'd step very, very, very carefully. And as I say, it is Spirit have stepped back to say, you're on your own with this, not in a bad way. We trust you, but this is your decision. And you can't pass it on to anybody else because they'll mess it up. And other people are so confusing or creating so much noise that this is your decision whether you reveal it or not. Now, there's almost this feeling of you could, this is the fears of the situation, that you could be paying for other people's sins. But the fact is that really everybody's paying for other people's sins here. But by making the revelation, what are you going to unleash? What are you going to create? Because, like I say, you have that choice. Lovers on the bottom of the deck. But it is the end of it. The end of it is with you. Ten of Swords on the bottom of the main deck. What have we got on here? Yes, there's even on the bottom of the Heresy deck, there's a card, Hadraniel. Again, I don't think that's a real angel. I think that's for the game. I may be wrong. And aligned with devotion and former gatekeeper of the East Wind. So there's that new beginning image there, that new dawning, new day, life. You know what I was saying? What that life affirming. You have to go for the life affirming option. But I do think that you are going to be instilling the systems that operate from this point forward around you with a sense of moral right and wrong. Your sense of moral right and wrong, and people can argue whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. But there's a new dream that you are able to deliver that it's putting the matter to rest for good. So I'm not saying to you whether you reveal it or whether you don't reveal it. Just be aware if you do, well, whether you reveal or not, just be aware that there is a chance to get tricked coming up. So you have to take that life affirming chance. And maybe not get carried, I'm not quite sure what this means, but it's there, not get carried away with the physicalities of the situation. But aim for aim for a result where not only are you flying your freak flag high. You know, you are going, this is my dream, this is what I'm aiming for, and this is what is good and what is right. And other people can get excited by that and go, yeah, I see where you're coming from. There with you 100%. But you would be the leader of this, not the leader, the instigator of this motion. But it all depends on whether you reveal or not. But whatever it is, it's definitely the end of the matter, whatever decision you make. And you cannot allow, if you are not revealing, you cannot allow this information out at a later date. That would be ridiculous. Now's the time to do it or not. You know, now is, let him speak now or forever hold their peace. You know, that is what I might call the reading. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, that's everything that's there. So if it means anything to you, Libra, please do comment down below, because it's nice to know that I'm not just, you know, spouting these readings out into a cyber void, but that they're actually useful for somebody. So let me know. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And the rest of the Zodiac readings will be up later this week. Cheers.